How's it going, everybody? My name is Chase Keep and welcome to my channel. A couple of months ago, I posted a video titled 10 things that I do not buy, and it was basically about 10 items that I'm just unwilling to spend money on. And that video is actually still one of the best performing videos on my channel today, and it was also one of the videos that I enjoyed making the most. And so because of that, I thought that today I could come back and kind of make a part 2 for that video. But instead of 10 items that I do not buy, I'm actually going to spend today talking about 10 items that I do buy, 10 items that I am willing to spend money on. And before we get started, I will say this: I don't want any of the items on this list to be super obvious. Of course, I spend money on food and water and rent, but I want this list to be made up of things that might surprise you a little bit. So hopefully that's what you're gonna see on this list. Things that make you think, wow, I can't believe that this frugal person is willing to spend money on that. So let's just jump straight into this video. I have 10 items to talk about today, and let's get started right now with number 1. The first of these 10 items that I spend money on is actually right here. You can see it right now on your screen. It's actually going to be books. I love reading, and I've always been someone who has really looked forward to buying new books, and that's exactly why it makes it onto this list. I know books are something that not a lot of people really are willing to spend money on. They can get kind of expensive, especially if you just buy them individually like I usually do. But honestly, I just think that they are absolutely worth their weight in gold. Buying a book is basically an investment. Yes, there's an upfront cost, but the things that you learn inside of that book should help you make more money in the future or save more money in the future. And either way, all that you have to do is cover the cost of that book, and suddenly you're at a net positive, and that's why books are on this list. I always think that books are worth it. You should always look into buying them, even though, yes, they can be a little bit expensive. There's something that I'm always going to be willing to buy. The second thing on this list that I'm willing to spend money on is actually going to be pretty interesting. I am willing to spend money on cooking appliances, or little things that help me cook food easily. So this is a rice cooker, and it was actually a gift to me from someone else. I didn't actually buy it, but ever since using it and having it in my life, I can honestly say I would 100% advise anybody else to purchase one of these, and I would totally spend money on more things like this in the future. And this isn't the only cooking appliance that I use. I actually also have a George Foreman grill. I also have a little mini waffle maker. And these are just things that I would totally be interested in buying more of in the future. And if I need to replace them, I will spend money on them. I think that they are that important to me. I think they help me cook that much. Again, I know it's not that hard to make rice, but this just gives me so much peace of mind. And I'm willing to spend money on anything that can give me some peace of mind. And I will say that I use these items, specifically this rice cooker, every single day, and they have 100% paid themselves off. And for that reason, they're on this list. I will spend money on cooking appliances, if you can call them that, like this rice cooker. Moving on to item number 3, and this is actually going to be a bit of a callback to the 10 things that I don't buy anymore video. I talked about how I will not buy anything that is not a multi-purpose item, and this was especially true for bags. I don't like having a backpack, a travel bag, a duffel bag, a hiking bag, a camping bag. You get the picture. I just want to have one bag that works for everything. And because of that, I have this Patagonia bag that can basically do all of those functions that I just described. It's really big, so it can be used like as a duffel bag for carrying a bunch of stuff anywhere that I need to go, but it can also be used just as a small carry-on bag at the airport, which is super nice. It's great for hiking, it's great for camping, it's great for all of those things, and it can also be a backpack. It's just super versatile. It's the multi-purpose bag that I didn't know I needed in my life until I got one, and I will 100% buy more of them in the future if I need them, or just if I need to replace this one, I will buy it. And I would 100% advise anybody out there to buy bags like this. They're that worth it and that important to me. And I promise I am not sponsored by Patagonia in any way. I wish I was, but this bag is just an example of any type of multi-purpose bag that you can buy out there. So I'm 100% not saying that you need to buy Patagonia. Buy whichever brand you want. They're probably cheaper bags than this one. Just find something that's high quality and will work for you and can be multi-purpose and cover all of the bases, all the functionalities that you might possibly need. The fourth item that I am willing to spend money on is something that might come as a little bit of a shock to some of you guys watching. I am, as you guys know, a frugal person. I try to save as much money as I possibly can. I try to cut down my spending as much as I possibly can. It's a challenge of mine to spend less every single month than I did the month before. So it might come as a little bit of a shock to hear that I am 100% willing to spend money on nice gifts for the people that I really care about in my life. And I know buying nice gifts for other people isn't exactly a frugal thing to do. It's not exactly a financially smart thing to do, but I just really enjoy it so much. I love saving money so that I can then invest it into something that will bring happiness to someone that I care about. That's just honestly something that transcends frugality. It transcends personal finance. I just love doing it. It's something that I want to do in my life, and I'm always, I think, going to be willing to spend money on gifts for the people that I care about most in my life. On a similar note, I am very much willing to spend money on experiences. I think that going and hanging out with friends and family and doing something that will create memories that last a lifetime. I know this sounds like a really bad and cheesy commercial, but I think that those experiences are 100% worth their cost. And that is exactly why experiences are on this list, because I am 100% willing to spend money on memories and making memories with the people that I am closest to in my life. I love having money saved up for those experiences. It's another one of those reasons why I'm frugal, and that's why it's on this list. I'm willing to spend money on experiences. And that means we are 5 down, so we're halfway through this list, and I think that this is a perfect time to ask you guys to please scroll down and turn that like button blue. It helps my channel out so much, it helps me out so much, and if you could just take a second out of your day, turn that like button blue before you go, it would mean the absolute world to me. The sixth thing that I'm willing to spend money on is actually something that's kind of new. I've only really gotten into it over the course of the last few months. I think before that, I was kind of taking it for granted, but I really am trying to invest in my own personal health. Now, I will say that I've always been someone who prioritized eating healthy, well-rounded meals and getting plenty of exercise, so that's not exactly what I'm referring to here, but what I'm really trying to spend more money on currently in my life is actually things like skincare or caring for my hair or trying to make my teeth healthier or my eyes healthier, parts of my body like that in the past I haven't really prioritized or put money towards. I'm actively buying skincare products for my face and then nicer lotions for the rest of my body and just things like that again, I had never thought that they were important before, but all of a sudden I just think that they could be something that I need to invest more money into. So that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm not an expert on any of this by any means. I barely know what I'm doing, but it's just something that I'm trying to jump on, something that I know I haven't done enough of in the past, and hopefully I'm getting on this early enough to really see some healthy benefits throughout the rest of my life. And number 7 might be the most obvious one on this list for anybody that has watched videos on my channel in the past, but I will spend money on food that I can buy in bulk. I've talked about buying food in bulk before on this channel, but it's just something that I'm always going to be willing to spend money on. I will rather spend a little bit of extra money today for the 25-pound bag of rice than saving some money and buying the 10-pound bag of rice. And this is exactly why I go to Costco once a month and just spend a bunch of money on things that you could probably buy cheaper at a local grocery store. But the thing is, you would have to continue going back there and buying more of that individual item. So just buying things in bulk is a money-saving hack that I would absolutely advise everybody out there to continue doing. And it's something that I will keep doing myself. I will spend money always on bulk foods. And moving on to number 8, this one is going to be buying high quality, reusable items that in the past I've kind of just always bought the cheapest of, but now I'm trying to transition into buying just a high quality product that will last me hopefully the rest of my life. The best example I can give for this are sunglasses. I have always been someone in the past who just would find the cheapest pair of sunglasses that I could possibly find and just buy those, and I would usually break them or lose them super quickly, so they were never actually worth it because I kept having to go and buy those super cheap sunglasses. But I have since realized the error of my ways. They weren't actually that cheap because I had to keep going back and buying those cheap sunglasses. So instead, this is the perfect example of something that I am now trying to just buy one super high quality pair of sunglasses. Hopefully, I'm never going to lose them. I will never break them. They will just last me the rest of my life, and that's exactly why I'm buying them. And this applies to so many things in life, not just sunglasses, but also things like belts, like headphones, just anything that you can think of that you currently might have to repurchase again and again and again, and you're just buying the cheapest version of them, thinking that you're saving money. In reality, it's probably better to just buy a single, more expensive, high quality item and then just use it until the end of its days, hopefully for a very, very long time. That'll save you money overall. And again, that's something that I'm trying to do on this list. So I'm willing to spend money on things like super expensive sunglasses because it saves me money compared to having to continually buy and repurchase poor, cheap sunglasses. All right, moving on to number 9, the second to last item on this list, and I've actually been looking forward to saying this the entire video. I'm willing to spend money on better sleep. And I know, you can't actually buy better sleep. I totally wish you could, but what I really mean by this one is I am someone who is willing to invest in things that help me get high quality sleep. And I know that this item is going to be a little subjective and some people might not agree with me here, but I spend about a third of my life sleeping. So I try to make sure that that third of my life is the best quality sleep that I can possibly get. And I find that if I'm willing to spend money on things like a nicer mattress or better sheets or a better pillow, or especially, this is the most relevant thing, I spend money on utilities and keeping my room nice and cool. That helps me sleep so much. And it's just something that I'm willing to spend money on because high quality sleep is worth it to me. And that brings me to the 10th item on this list. It is easily the most important item on my list, and I hope that you guys are able to take this one item with you after this video is over. I am always willing to spend money on investing into myself. People talk all the time about investing in the stock market, investing into retirement funds or savings plans or just anything like that, but something that I don't think is really talked about enough is investing in yourself. An investment in yourself can be a lot of things. Buying a book that teaches you about personal finance, paying for some type of course or teaching seminar that can teach you something that might make you money in the future. Those are all investments in yourself. I'll give another example, and this one is super relevant to me because it's honestly the investment that I made a few months ago. I spent a few $1,000s on equipment and camera equipment and recording equipment for my own YouTube channel. It was a lot of money, especially for me, a super frugal person, to be spending, but I knew that it was an investment. I'm trying to do this so that I can create a YouTube channel that can actually either bring me some revenue in the future, but also make me happy and help me teach and spread positive living and frugal living and minimalism techniques to a bunch of people out there in the world. And that was me investing in myself, getting everything that I needed for this YouTube channel so that I could actually start living out my dream, and here I am doing it today. So I would absolutely advise everybody out there, be willing to invest in yourself. It can sometimes be the single best rate of return that you can get from any investment whatsoever. But there we go. Those are the 10 items that I am willing to buy. Those are the 10 items I'm willing to spend money on. And honestly, I just hope that you guys were able to learn a little something from this video. I'm a very frugal person, and hopefully you guys can see the things that I value in life and maybe even some of the things that you might value in life as well. That's what I was really trying to get across with this video. So if you guys could really do this for me, comment down below. Let me know something else that I haven't mentioned on this list that you guys are willing to spend money on, something that's important to you. That would be so cool to see. I would love to engage with some people down below. So again, comment down below, what do you spend money on? And again, before you go, turn that like button blue. It helps this channel out so much, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel. If you enjoyed this video, you will enjoy more uploads in the future, and the best way to never miss one of those uploads is to subscribe. But with that, as always, I hope you guys are having an amazingly frugal day, and I will see you all again next time.